Hi guys, it's been quite a while since we did one of these, but welcome back to Heroes of RPGs, a series not about the heroes you play in the game, but the amazing people who created the games we play. And this time we'd like to speak about Sandy Petersen. Carl Sanford Joslyn Petersen, better known as Sandy, was born in St. Louis, Missouri on the 16th of September 1955, and is an American game designer. He is a well-known fan of H.P. Lovecraft, whose work he first encountered in a World War II Armed Services edition of the Dunwich Horror and Other Weird Tales, found in his father's library. In 1974, Dungeons & Dragons brought his interest to role-playing games. He became a full-time staff member at Chaosium. His interest for role-playing games and H.P. Lovecraft were fused together when he became the principal author of Chaosium's game Call of Cthulhu, published in 1981. And he published many scenarios and background pieces thereafter. While working for Chaosium, he co-authored the third edition of RuneQuest, for which he also co-wrote the critically acclaimed Troll Pack and a number of other supplements. He also authored several critically acclaimed RuneQuest supplements for Avalon Hill and Games Workshop. Petersen served as co-designer for West End Games' Ghostbusters role-playing game. And he still plays and runs role-playing games, and is a frequent guest at conventions where he usually runs a free-form game of his own devising, and also often helps run someone else's game. He worked for some time for Microprose, where he is credited for work on Sid Meier's Pirates and Sword of the Samurai. Between 1989 and 1992, he also worked on the video games Darklands, Hyperspeed and Lightspeed. He also made some contributions to Civilization. Primarily interested by the first-person shooter Wolfenstein 3D, Petersen joined id Software about 10 weeks before the December 1993 release of Doom, and in that time he created 19 levels for it, of which 8 were based to some extent on early drafts by Tom Hall. He later created 17 of the levels for Doom 2 and 7 levels for Quake. His Lovecraftian influences also resulted in some changes to the monster designs for these games. He left id Software for Ensemble Studios in June 1997. There he has worked as a game designer on several of their Age of Empires titles, including Rise of Rome, Age of Kings and The Conquerors. Petersen was the executive producer for the movie The Whisper in the Darkness in 2011, which was nominated for awards at the Chicago and Warsaw International Film Festivals. It was produced by H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society Motion Pictures in the style of a 1930s black and white horror movie. He currently serves as the publisher of horror magazine Arcane, Penny Dreadfuls for the 21st Century. Petersen took a professorship at the Guildhall at SMU in 2009 following the closure of Ensemble Studios, where he taught several courses on game design. He has also worked at Barking Lizards Technologies as their creative director after leaving the Guildhall, and worked on their iOS release Osiris Legends. In mid-2013, Petersen led a highly successful Kickstarter campaign by his company, Green Eye Games, to produce the Cthulhu Wars board game. Over 1.4 million was raised, achieving over 3,500% of the initial target. This success allowed the creation of more figures, map extensions and additional scenario options. In most, if not all previous Cthulhu games, you strive to avert the impending catastrophe. In Cthulhu Wars, you are the catastrophe. The Great Old Ones have returned to claim the ruins of the Earth, and you are one of them. In June 2015, it was announced that Petersen and Greg Safford had returned to Chaosium Incorporated. Petersen attended the University of California, Berkeley, majoring in zoology, and is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but sees no conflict between his faith and his design of games involving satanic elements. While working on Doom, he said to John Romero, "I have no problems with the demon in the game. They're just cartoons, and anyway, they're the bad guys." Sandy is married, has 5 children, and 9 grandchildren. But it's his groundbreaking work on Call of Cthulhu and on so many brilliant video games, which is why he's one of our Heroes of RPGs. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing, but most of all, you look after yourselves, and we'll catch you later. Bye.